This is the Civilization 4 NLL. Welcome to the Noble Leaders League. I am Kjotleik. We are in the first division today, and this game is the game between Catherine and Pericles. Catherine is number 16 in the bottom 3 with her 4 points. Pericles number 14 also on 4 points. Both leaders with 1 win and 4 losses in their last 5. Catherine stands on 4 consecutive games lost now. Pericles did win domination versus Saladin last round, but that was only to stop his going losing streak. He did manage to stop it. Who is going to be the best one in this game? They are both in a dire situation. The map looks like this, and we get some resource bubbles on to see Catherine's starting position on that little hill. There is corn here, there is clam, there is cows. Over here are some elephants. They start in this little western continent. If we go to Pericles' starting position, he has corn here, there are some coals down there, spices, horses. Up here is another corn, and then they have access from the starting continent. They do have access to these lands down here, but I guess you need astronomy then to get all the way to the east to take on the eastern parts here. We'll see how they manage. This is Catherine versus Pericles. Let's get the game rolling. Off we go. Catherine of Russia versus Pericles of Greece. 1 city each. And Pericles is first to Hinduism, Catherine gets Buddhism there, and now 2 cities to Catherine before Pericles can get his second up, and they are building towards each other. 3 cities Catherine, she goes south there. It is also important to notice that if Pericles don't open borders with Catherine, he can backfill all of those mini continents out there in the middle of the map. Catherine now 5 cities, Pericles 4 cities, turn 1, 12, 6 cities Catherine. I think it was 6-5 at 180. I am going to stop paying attention to that really, because I'm never catching it anyway. At least in half of my games I totally don't get it, but I'll mention it if I can. 6 cities to 6 now, and they are getting their techs up. They are bordering each other. 7 Pericles cities, Catherine on 6. And Pericles is cautious, and there is another city for Catherine on that 1 tile island up there. And it looks like Catherine, she's exploring out in the middle of the map as well. She has a boat over there, but Pericles is up to 10 cities now. He's building cities out there in the middle of the map, and Catherine did just put in Vladivostok and Smolensk there, in all the way in the middle of the map. That is on the very eastern part that they can reach, so she is trying her best to capture a few city spots over there, but those are in real danger should there break out any wars. Pericles on 12 cities, Catherine on 9. Pericles getting engineering, while Catherine is on engineering. Pericles got, what was it, machinery. Now he is on divine right, and there is the apostolic palace, but I failed to see, was it Catherine that got it? But Pericles is only cautious, so he shouldn't vote for her anyway. 12 cities Pericles, 9 cities Catherine on optics, going through civil service next. Pericles going towards education while she is on guilds. 12 cities to 9. I think that is the final city count until astronomy or until the war breaks out. Liberalism for Pericles though. He was first there, going optics next. Catherine is on astronomy now. What is Pericles doing? Yeah, getting guilds first of course, and now Catherine paper nationalism next, but Catherine does have astronomy. Will she go overseas with a settler? That is the question. I don't know. A granary was destroyed, so Pericles is using his spies, but Catherine has settled 2 cities in the New World, 1 all the way in the north in the middle and 1 in the southern part, and now she has 4 cities out there. You can just look at the minimap to see what she is doing. She is up to 15 cities now. She is really fast at expansion in the New World. And once those cities get up to population, they will be contributing to the Russian Empire. But Pericles has also built a few cities there. He does have astronomy himself. But it is Catherine with 17 to 15 in cities. 18 cities for Catherine now. She is trying to go corporations. Chemistry, military science for Pericles. Pericles is up to 16 cities himself. Catherine on 18. Pericles 16, and now Catherine is almost equal in score, but Pericles has founded another city, both of them going for scientific method, and both of them are getting it, and both of them are going for communism after that. Pericles getting it a few turns before Catherine. 18 cities each now. Pericles has founded yet another one. There is still room on the map for some more expansion. 19 cities each, 20 cities for Catherine, 21 for Catherine now, 21 to 19. Pericles is on steel, Catherine getting military tradition, and she is going to go for what? Gunpowder? Yes, she's getting gunpowder, 21, and replaceable parts for Pericles. Catherine getting gunpowder soon. Pericles getting replaceable parts in the not too distant future. Catherine is getting it herself just a turn after. 22 cities to Catherine, to 20 Pericles, and Catherine now on rifling. Pericles is getting steam power. 23 cities Catherine. She does have a few more cities than Pericles, but we are at turn 3, 38. Yes, there is still time for a domination victory resolution to this game though. Catherine 1.2 times as strong as Pericles. 24 cities now for Catherine, 20 cities for Pericles. She is going physics. Pericles is going towards combustion. Turn 350 is almost here. 24 cities to 20, and Pericles getting towards assembly line, while Catherine is getting physics now. 24 cities, 21 to Pericles now. Steam power next for Catherine. Pericles has assembly line, and going fascism next. 24 to 21. They have not gone to war yet. Catherine has built the Sistine Chapel, if she's ever trying for a culture or something. Pericles with the spiral minaret, okay. Turn 358. 24 cities to 22. Catherine is going steel. Pericles is on electricity, and now he is adopting some civics. That was what he was doing, and Catherine has successfully undertaken an espionage mission. She is getting steel. Pericles is getting radio in a few turns, but Catherine is the stronger of the two leaders at the moment, 1.7 times the strength, so she has been building up a military. It depends if she plans on using it to win domination or not. 24 cities to 22, but Pericles going towards industrialism at the moment. Catherine is on railroads. Turn 372, and the customs house was destroyed by enemy infiltrators, so they are using spies towards each other. And Pericles, Catherine has a golden age by the way, and Pericles is going towards plastics, but Catherine 1.8 times the strength, going electricity next. 24 to 22 cities, Catherine in a golden age. And we look another city, 25 cities stand to Catherine. She built another one up there in the northeastern part of the continent, of the map I mean. Sorry about my throat. Catherine 25 to 22 cities, 1.9 times as strong as Pericles, but now Pericles gets rifling and Catherine is on radio. And Pericles next is biology, radio in 2 for Catherine. We are at turn 387, and Catherine is ending her golden age, and Pericles builds rock and roll, and 26 cities to 22 now. Catherine is on the assembly line, and Catherine is on the assembly line still, and mass media for Pericles then, 26 cities to 22. But Catherine is down to 1.7 times the strength of Pericles. Maybe Pericles is building a few units of his own. 26 to 22, Catherine now. What are you doing next? Are you going industrialism or are you not? 26 to 22, you are going industrialism. Pericles on mass media getting that one up. And he is pleased with Catherine. so there is little chance of him attacking, but Catherine can attack anyone. Pericles on medicine though, Catherine on industrialism, 26 to 22 in the city count department, and we are closing in on turn 400. We are at 396 at the moment. Okay, the game is spending some time here. Let's see what happens. There is a lot of units for Catherine, by the way. She's 1.6 times as strong as Pericles. But it looks like things are going real slow at the moment. I don't know what is happening. Well, something is happening at least. Oh, there the game started to run again. Turn 398 now suddenly. But there was no war declaration, even though there are some units for Catherine and she has some transports and stuff. Pericles adopts environmentalism. Catherine 1.6 times as strong, going for mass media now. Turn 402 is here. Yeah, the game goes slowly for me right now. The game goes really slowly. Turn 403, 404, but it goes at least forward. It hasn't crashed on me yet. Turn 404, come on, Catherine, 26 cities, Pericles 22, they are building factories and stuff as well. 94 turns left of the game now. Getting fascism next, Catherine. Going for plastics, Pericles is on refrigeration. Turn 410, 90 turns left of the game. Time is starting to run out if they want a military solution to it at the very least. But now the game runs really slow. I wonder if this means I have to restart after this game, I don't know. Turn 412 with 88 turns left. 26 to 22 in the city counts, plastics for Catherine, artillery for Pericles. But Pericles has done well to hold up here. Catherine has not attacked. 26 to 22, rocketry next for Pericles. Catherine is on artillery. She's back to 1.8 times the strength of Pericles, which means that she must have built some units. Is that a prelude to war, Catherine? Are you going to build even more Pericles now on computers? Catherine is getting the artillery up with 78 turns left of the game. Turn 422 at the moment. And we have the war. There it is. Catherine had been building up. She is now twice 2.2 times as strong as Pericles. Pericles must have lost a lot of units in that war. 2.6 the strength of Pericles now. Catherine is winning units and Pericles is losing cities. He's suddenly down to 19 cities. He had 22 before the war broke out. Now Catherine is 3.1 times the strength of Pericles. This is going fast for Catherine. 29 cities to 19. And Pericles, Catherine is up to 3.1 times the strength of Pericles. Pericles is going robotics, but he has 19 cities now. Catherine on 29. Catherine is 3 times as strong, and Catherine has signed a peace with Pericles. Wow. Okay, Pericles down to 19 cities. He lost 3 there in that war. Catherine took 3. 29 to 19 is the difference now, and we have the peace treaty signed. And there are spies ruining stuff in Catherine's cities. And she's losing units, she's losing spies as well. And she's also undertaking some successful missions. But once this peace treaty is over, I do expect another war. We have 59 turns left of the game. Turn 442 at the moment. 29 to 19 cities, but we still see, and there it is, the peace treaty has expired. Let's see what happens next then. Pericles is going towards satellites. Pericles has completed the Apollo program, by the way. Composites next for Catherine, but we do have the war. And now Pericles is down to 18 cities. Down to 18 cities, and Catherine with 2.4 times the strength of Pericles. Will Pericles hold on, or will Catherine take yet another one before she throws it away by signing peace yet again? I don't think that Catherine should. She doesn't have time for that. 44 turns left. If she wants domination, she needs to start taking cities, and that fast, and she can't have 10 turns of peace in between because we have only 42 turns left of the game. But Pericles has defended now. Fission for Catherine. Well, not next time. She's in anarchy at the moment, but she's going to get it after the turn after that. So the fission then for Catherine. She still has 30 cities. Pericles still 19. Now Pericles is up to 19, I mean. Now it's down to 18 again, but we have 36 turns left, and we have the peace treaty there, and Catherine has signed peace treaty with Pericles, going for superconductors. Pericles is on lasers, but with only 35 turns left. That could be the peace treaty that secures Pericles 1 point in this game. You'll just have to wait and see. Will 20 turns after this peace treaty expires be enough for Catherine to go to war and win domination? 29 cities to 19 now. It depends. I think that maybe a city may have revolted back to Pericles or something like that. The cities have a tendency to do that if they are border cities. Pericles completes something, and we have stuff. We have the next war, by the way. 29 cities to 19. There are 24 turns left of the game, and Catherine, now is your time. Can you do it? Then you must do it now. 28 to 20, and Pericles has gotten a city here. 28 to 20. Pericles is up to 20 cities again. With 21 turns left of the game, Catherine doesn't look like winning domination at the moment, but we have 20 turns to do it on. There is 20 turns left. Going for fusion next, Catherine then. 28 cities to 20, she is 2.3 times as strong as Pericles, 2.4, 2.3, but Pericles still has 20 cities and we have only 15 turns left of the game. This could be the game where Catherine failed to win. She is trying her best though. This has been really entertaining, getting fusion now, 28 cities to 20. With 12 turns left of the game, and time is starting to run out for Kjotleik now, going for computers. Pericles is going towards ecology. 20 cities for Pericles. Kjotleik is 2.8 times as strong as Pericles, but she has only 9 turns left. This is not going to be fast enough for Catherine, I'm afraid. You should never have signed those 2 peace treaties in the late game. You should have continued to roll over Pericles in war. Then you would have stood a chance. As it is now, with 20 cities Pericles, Catherine is not going to win this by domination. And the question is if Pericles can win a cultural victory in the last 5 turns or not. That would be a twist. I mean, 4 turns left, 31 to 17, but Pericles is suddenly down to 17 cities now. He has lost, he's down to 16! He's down to 16! Is this not enough for domination suddenly? 16, but is it too late? It is too late, isn't it? 16 cities left and 15 cities, 1 turn, and it is a draw. Oh, Catherine, you were just a little bit too late. You shouldn't have signed peace. The last 2 peace treaties was ill-advised. But, Catherine, you tried your best. You failed. It is a draw and 1 point each. Catherine did declare 3 wars in this game. She won all 3 of them. City counts in the wars was 3-0 in the first, 1-0 in the second, and 5-0 in the third. However, due to the fact that she did agree to sign peace treaties twice, it meant she didn't have enough time to get to the domination victory. That was the only thing that was a little bit negative. She was very good in war otherwise. If she just had had a little bit more time, she would have made it count. She didn't. Let's go to the statistics. Exit. And here we see the graphs and we see the score, and this was Pericles around 1700, but then they became equal again and Catherine dragged ahead towards the end. The GNP, that's for the most part Pericles, actually. Manufacturing, that's even until Catherine dragged ahead late game. Food, Pericles around 1700 was best, but then Catherine took over and had the lead towards the late game. Power was even until about 1800, and then Catherine was number 1 from there on out, and Pericles must have tried for some cultural stuff, but then he lost a couple of cultural cities here towards the end, which means that he didn't get that either. Espionage, that was Catherine. Score, let's go to demographics. Catherine's numbers, Pericles' numbers. Catherine has almost 55 million in her empire, 14.5, almost 14.6 in the Greek one. We see here the numbers. That's a very good number for land area, and she had 1900 and GNP over 1000 for production. That is really good, I have to say. Let's go to the top 6 cities and the wonders, and let's go to the bottom of the wonders and see that there are 2 wonders in the BC era, Great Wall and Stonehenge. Let's go to the top as well and see that the top 6 cities is topped by Pericles. He has Thebes, then Moscow. Catherine is number 2, and St. Petersburg is number 3, and Catherine also has the 4th, while Pericles has the 5th and Catherine the 6th. City statistics then. Catherine built 26 cities, 2 religions, founded 2 golden ages, currently on 68 windmills, 37 towns, 23 farms. She did build in her cities 29 granaries, 28 barracks, and then 25 of dry docks, lighthouses, and harbors. And we see the list, 6 colosseums there. Let's go page down to see the next part, and we come into the wonders here with an Islamic temple at the bottom as well. Let's go page down to see the rest, and we see a Confucian Academy at the bottom of that list. Let's go to the top and see the current units that Catherine has. 85 infantries, 37 modern armors, 33 marines, and 1 caravel at the bottom. She trained a total of 67 tanks, 45 marines, 42 workboats, down to 9 airships, page down, and 1 artillery. Let's go page down again and see that there is a great merchant to complete the list. Let's take a look at the kills. 25 mechanized infantry, 17 transports, 14 workers, and down to 1 Jewish missionary at the bottom. The losses of Catherine then, 27 tanks, 26 Cossacks, 23 infantries, down to 1 caravel at the bottom of that list. And let's go to Pericles and look at his numbers. 22 cities built, 5 religions, 2 golden ages, currently 17 windmills, 13 towns, and 12 mines. He built in his cities 21 lighthouses and granaries, and 19 barracks and libraries, and we see down to 5 hospitals. Let's go page down, and 2 all the way down here. No wonders on this list either. Let's go page down again, and here we see the wonder starts to be built, and then a levy, something like that, at the bottom of the list. Let's go to the top and look at the current units. 27 mechanized infantry, 15 workers, and 9 marines. Not much left, in other words, for Pericles. 1 transport at the completion of the list. You trained a total of 49 workers, 28 archers, 27 workboats, down to 5 frigates, page down, and we see here a ship of the line. Let's go page down again and see that the great engineer is at the bottom of the list of trained units you killed. Let's confirm, 27 tanks, 26 Cossacks, 23 infantries down to 1 anti-tank, and your losses were 25 mechanist infantry, 17 transport, 14 workers, and 1 Jewish missionary at the bottom there. Congratulations to nobody. Catherine did fail to win the game. Let's go take a look at the victory conditions screen then. Looking at this page, we see that Catherine had 65.79% of the land area she needed. She was still a fair ways away from winning domination, so she wasn't really that close. We see also here that there are no legendary cities on the map, and the space race built by both of them. Apollo program was built by both. Catherine has 3 casings. Pericles has 1 docking bay at the moment. And let's go down and see the Pericles built the United Nations, Catherine built the Apostolic Palace, but they were not really close to any victory condition, so I guess Catherine, if she had been allowed to continue, she would have won domination before she won space, I believe, but that's just pure speculation on my part. Let's go take a look at her cities. She has 33 of them, so let's sort them by population, and let's go to the top to see page 1. 19, that is not too big of a city when you consider the date, 2080 AD turned 500, but 19 pop for St. Petersburg, and then some 18, 17, 16 cities and stuff. They are unhappy in a lot of them, especially in Athens, -10 happiness there, but healthy, they are healthy with a few exceptions. They have decent-ish food, good, well, Knossos and Sparta doesn't have that much food really, and a few of the bottom cities don't, but for most cities it's good. And shrinking, Novgorod shrinking in 1 and stuff. Base commerce is decent, but not any triple-digit numbers as I can see. Moscow 184, maybe the best. Production is a lot better though. 144 for thrusters in St. Petersburg, 123, 133, 120, so at least 5 actually in the triple digit numbers here. Yaroslav is building thrusters for 140 as well, and 93 there is good, so we see there are a lot of good stuff. Samos size 8 is the last one. Let's go to the bottom and find Samos. There is Samos, page 8. So Murmansk is the first city on page 2. And also Mycenae is building thrusters with 114 production. So there is yet another city with triple-digit production. And we see there are relatively good numbers some places here, so those are Catherine's cities. Now we want to see what Pericles is doing in his cities, so we have to change. Let's hope that he can keep his 15 cities when we do this. Go quickly here, sort by population, Thebes 19, Corinth 15 and Rhodes 13, and you see the numbers. They are very happy but very unhealthy, and they have not that good food, they have not that good production, with a notable exception of Thebes, which is producing for 96 hammers per turn, getting an attack submarine, getting a nuclear plant, and some other stuff. You see here the numbers on the screen for this game for Pericles. Spoiler alert, results and updated league tables follows after this screen. After updating the league tables, we see Catherine is number 15 with 5 points, -4 score turn difference, Pericles 14, 5 points and a positive 21. This draw also means that Huayna Capac is down in the bottom 3 again, as you can see. All Huayna Capac needed was for this game not to end in a draw, and he would not be in relegation, but as it stands, he is back down there. Tomorrow there are 2 games from the 3rd division. The first one is Sitting Bull versus Alexander, and the second is Mehmed II versus Ragnar. I am Kjotleik. I hope to see you back tomorrow. This has been the Noble Leaders League. Welcome back. Bye for now.